What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Best Women's Boxing Show, period. I am Cynthia Conte.
And I'm Giandra LaBeouf. And at this point, I feel like this talented, amazing human being should just be a co-host with us at this point. We got Kali Reis.
Welcome back to the show.
I'm not a co-host. I do it all, man. Many feathers, many talents. That's the name.
Okay, I'm excited about that. Okay, remember she said that, Cynthia.
I know. I'd be all like, "What you doing?" "Oh, I'm shooting movie." You have your laptop and your phone, right? Boom.
And I'm my trailer. Boom. I got 45 minutes or so.
That's awesome. Well, welcome back.
I know. Welcome back from your travels. I know that you've been filming in actually one of my favorite places in the world, Prague.
Yes, Prague. I went from filming in Budapest to Prague. Right. Currently, I'm back home now for now, but I have to go back to finish.
How do you like it so far? I mean, the last time you were in Iceland? I mean, you're always in somewhere cold when it's cold.
I'm always in somewhere cold, snowy, and I'm like, I want to get casted in something maybe like tropical, Hawaii, maybe. That would be great. But I'm thankful. I mean, luckily, I grew up in New England in Rhode Island, which I'm at where I'm at right now, and it trained me very well for these parts. But I've traveled so many different places. I've only shot in the U.S. one, two, twice, two or three times, three times. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So while you're, can you say what you're there filming, or is it a secret?
No, it's out. So I'm currently right now we're working on Resident Evil. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Are you I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So with Resident, are you a gamer girl? Because I mean, by the time you get to your press run for that, you're going to answer that like a gajillion times. So maybe we could get the jump on it. Are you a gamer girl, or what kind? Do you have time to play video games? Are you a gamer girl?
Everybody got time to play video games. No, I am actually, and when I was a huge Resident Evil 1 player, like my mom will tell you, at PlayStation 1, Resident Evil, Tomb Raider, and like Cool Borders and not Grand Theft Auto, Gran Turismo was my John. So I was definitely a gamer girl. I'm a gamer girl now when I have time. I didn't pick up a PlayStation up until last year. I was sitting randomly in the living room when I was home, and I looked at Brian. I was like, I'll be back. He's like, where you going? I'm going to Best Buy. I had my pajamas on and I just threw a coat on. I came back with a PlayStation 5, and I'm a big Black Ops Call of Duty girl. So yeah, Black Ops 7 just dropped, and I do game when I can. It also keeps me connected to like my friends or my family. I have a few friends but that play that when I'm away, so I get to kind of talk shit and play games and just kind of feel like we're hanging out. So it's kind of cool.
I mean, talking about that, since you played Resident Evil and then now you're in the actual movie. I mean, obviously you manifested that and you didn't even realize that. How excited, like what went through your mind when you got the call from your agent you landed a role?
First of all, when I heard that they were doing another Resident Evil, I was really excited. I was like, oh snap, because I wanted to be Rain, Michelle Rodriguez in the first
Hmm.
one. And this is before acting even came into anything. I wanted to be Michelle Rodriguez in Girl Fight, in Fast and Furious, in Resident Evil. I was like, yo, that's so dope. I just want to be her. I just want to like play her. And I must have manifested it on some micro level into this. So when I heard number one that they were doing it, number two, the director, Zach Krieger was doing it. He just directed and released Weapons a few months ago, which is an amazing film. He's an amazing filmmaker. He did Barbarian, Weapons. He's a really he's a comedian, he's a comic writer, he's a director, amazing. He's just a really amazing storyteller and artist. When I heard he was taking a crack at it, and then I read his script, I was like, oh, this is dope. And I was just really happy that they were doing one. And then when I landed it, I was like, oh, this is fucking awesome, dude. Like I'm like, just make me a zombie. I don't even care. But I was really excited about that, just to have something else that I'm having fun doing it. I mean, what I have such a blessing of being able to not only have a successful boxing career, a crazy boxing career, but to also be able to shift into something for as a professional athlete that is very successful, that I love what I'm doing. I get to still travel. I get to, it's a lot of longevity. And I still haven't retired from boxing. I'm very involved, kind of in the background with boxing too. And I'll never step away from that completely as far as maybe out of the ring. I can't fight forever, but promoting, managing, training, commentating, anything. So really blessed to have a career that I'm successful in and just be able to have transition, especially as a professional athlete, because that doesn't happen ever almost, to have something else to fall back on or to shift into. There's really no plan B for athletes, especially boxers. I always feel like there should be some kind of I guess training or guidance with fighters or professional athletes, especially fighters, getting into the professional fighting world, and then when you retire, it's like, and then what? You know what I mean? So I'm just blessed to be able to have something going so smoothly.
Mhm. As we look at the trend of, preparing for after boxing, and I look at how the women have taken their path and how men have taken their path, do you have thoughts on who is more, I don't want to say smarter at choosing, but it seems like women already have that in the back of their mind when they go into boxing, that I got to have something else. So do you think that women are better at preparing for that, or have more thoughtfulness surrounding what's next, or is it even, or is it even in a thing?
I think just being, I can speak from being a woman myself. I think just it's embedded in us to always have a plan A through Z. Like I just think we always have to have a plan, especially going into fighting, going into the boxing world. It's a man's world. And up until now, the last couple of years, women's boxing, I'm just so proud to see where it's at. But I just think it's embedded in us to always have another plan because we always got to work twice as hard to get paid twice as less. Whatever we do, especially with boxing, it's getting a lot better. We have a long way to go, but it's getting so much better. I just think that's something that we always have to have another plan. I mean, you talk to most fighters, not men and women, they, unless you're on elite level, we always have to have, at least me, had to have two or three other jobs because that's not realistic. You have to be a little bit crazy and you have to be a big dreamer and you have to be someone who really loves doing what they do to do something like boxing. So I think, especially I say women, I think just because of that little caveat that we always have to prove and we always have to plan. I think, but I do see boxers in a whole having is unless you're at the elite level, you have to always have something else that's going on, whether it's an OnlyFans, whether it's a two or three job, whether it's a side hustle, whatever it is. um but hopefully we can kind of all collectively come to some kind of like, education, which I think social media is actually it's a necessary evil. And I think when people see people on social media successful, but then you see the OnlyFans, you see the stories that they do other things, that I think is kind of, that could be a motivation too, to make sure you plan, because there's when you're in it, when you undisputed and you got the cash flowing in, you got all this things going on, that doesn't last forever, just the education. And I'm actually learning what is real wealth. Like, it's not about how much you make, it's about how much you can keep. You know what I mean? You
Mm.
can make $1 million, but you ain't keeping $1 million. So I think yeah, I'd say women are just naturally better planners. I think.
I like that you mentioned that you're learning about true wealth because we don't learn that in school. You learn that after the fact when you either have money or you lost it. You're like, oh, I was supposed to invest it, and
Mhm.
your credit is actually very good. And I just, I have a 4-year-old son, and I wish that they taught that in school as opposed to when it's too late.
Yeah, they teach a lot of shit in school, man. I mean, school's great. I have, a godson, two stepdaughters. I got nieces and nephews, and I'm like the cool aunt. So I'm always like, just go to school and do what you got to do. You don't have to be valedictorian. You don't got to be like on the honor society. If that's what you want to do, great. But just pass, because obviously that's what our society we have to do. But also learn life skills, like learn some life skills, because right now you have to at least graduate high school to have some kind of respect in society to move forward to do the things that you want to do. You don't have to, I'm not going to ride you if you're like, don't do this and don't do that. And like, just be respectful to your teachers, do your work, try not to get in trouble. And just, then you figure it out. But you don't also have to have it all figured out either. That's another thing I think school does. Like, you have to figure out everything. Man, I'm still figuring shit out and I'm damn near 40. You know what I mean? So,
I heard that.
Same. Say that louder.
yeah.
Okay. This is a fabulous conversation. And I think that this is not talked about enough about what is being truly taught in the schools. Because I think about, on the opposite side of the spectrum, I have a kid who's graduating from college this quarter. And I think about she's a theater major and she doesn't even want to act, but shout out to the girl. There is no teaching of like fiscal responsibility. And I look at you know, how I grew up as well. And my parents didn't know any better. You know, my parents are from the South. They did the best they could and they have credit, but it wasn't so predatory. You know, when they were coming up, you got this amount of loan and that's it. And it was based on now. When I went to college, they waiting for you to step on the college and take advantage of you and give you all these things that you don't need. Then boom, you have bad credit when you get out of college plus student loans. And then I look at my daughter, I had to give her to my brother. I'm like, talk to your niece
Mm-hmm.
about good credit and these things. So do they have you like you've been having those conversations with your nieces and nephews about your journey of having, I'm not trying to pocket watch you, but probably more money than you had before.
Yeah, it's funny. We can segue into another conversation about that. People always count on my pockets. You know what I mean? I mean, this started with boxing, though. People think if you box and you got a belt, you're Money Mayweather. Like, we could just put that out there. Like, even from boxing, it was like, yo, let me hold something, Kate. Like, all the like, bro, man. But yeah, me learning, I've never learned about, like you said, financial security or financial education. Like, we just don't get like financial education that we should get in school as we're younger. Me, I've always been, my mother will tell you, I was 4 years old selling rocks as paperweights. Like, I've always had a hustle. I've always had a job. I've always had a hustle. And I've always saved money and always acted broke, even when I was broke, and even when I wasn't broke, so I would never have to go broke. My father taught me a lot, God rest his soul. He taught me a lot what not to do, what not to be. But he said some gems in his time. He was like, if you act broke, you'll never go broke, kind of a thing. So I tell my nieces and nephews, my godson, my stepdaughter, all that, like you gotta have some kind of like you gotta have some kind of hustle. Everybody has the same 24 hours in a day. You like all these nice things. You like money, learn math or learn a hustle or
Hmm.
the
Yeah.
value of a dollar. Like, I don't like to be strict and like you gotta earn, but I'm like, all right, what are you gonna do for me? If you want $20 for this PlayStation coin thing, what are you gonna do for me? Like, you gotta earn it, and you'll appreciate it more. I just try to teach them, we want to be rich, but I'm like, I try to teach them just the value of the dollar, like, and the value of a hustle. Like, you'll value it more if you work for it. So like, money isn't everything, and I'm always a hard worker, so I just try to put that in. Then like, no one's gonna give you anything. No one's gonna save you. No one's coming to save you, and no one's just gonna give you anything. You're gonna have to do something for me. Like, there's something that needs to be done, and you'll appreciate it more. And if you come and they know if they come to me with some money, ask, especially my godson. I'm like, how much do you want? What are you willing to do for it? Like, you got to do something, kind of a thing. I don't want to just give him that because this, society is so getting a little bit lazy as just like, the door dashing, the drive up and the ordering. I don't even like going to the grocery damn store. It's because I travel a lot. And so I always have to order food no matter what country I'm in, but it's so convenient. But I just try to instill that in them. Like, also, like, credit. You have to have credit. The credit card, don't just go out and max them out. Like, have a plan before you do this. Just don't go spending willy-nilly and have a plan. You know what I mean? It's cool. You can have $20, make that $20 last. Really think about it. If you only have, like, Godson hit me up, he wanted I told him to save up for a PlayStation and I'll match you. Save up half and I'll match you. And that's how we got it. And I'm like, he's like, have you saved it? No, I need 20 more bucks. I'm like, well, figure out how to get that $20. I ain't giving it to you. I told you when you save it and I'll match you. And now he appreciate that PlayStation is so well taken care of. He
Right?
sneakers. I'm like, all right, well, let me see your grades. You ain't gotta get plus A pluses. Don't bother your teachers, whatever. And he's going through a real hard time right now because his mother passed away a year ago. It was my
Mm.
best friend. So I'm just trying to teach him, the value of a lot of different things. I don't want you to be, you don't gotta be a millionaire, but just have some kind of plan. You know what I mean?
You talked about you moving and transitioning from boxing and just, being blessed into acting. I have to reiterate, because the last time we spoke with you, you were in award season, and we didn't even get to mention all of this. Like, you're an Emmy nominee, a Critics' Choice nominee, Golden Globe nominee. You were named Time Magazine's 100 Next list. Kaylee, like, you moving on up, like you moved up to the way, is that east side? No, north side? Like,
To the
seriously.
deluxe
Yes,
apartment in the
man.
sky.
Yeah, you did. Because the last time we were like, ooh, it was the nominees and like it was award season, and just reading all of the things that you have been nominated for and then that you've been featured in, and just all the magazines, and you really put forth your best foot in everything you've done.
Well, thank you. I forget about that. My mom's like my walking billboard, which I love, but I treat everything like I have with boxing. It's taught me so much. I just put my head down and grind. You know, all this other stuff is kind of like byproducts of what I love to do, and it's nice. But I'm such a hard ass as far as being hard on myself. Like I'm always already thinking about the next thing. That's great. Uh-huh. Great. What can I do better now the next time? That's how I am at fighting. Like I watch my fights and I'm like, I already know what I got to do better. Like I have to enjoy the and celebrate myself a little bit more. I'm learning that as I go, but I just want to do so good all the time that sometimes I miss the celebration. So thank you.
You're
It's
a Virgo.
deserved.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it's
deserved.
deserved. You're a Virgo, right?
Oh, I'm a Virgo. Virgo, moon, Taurus moon, and Scorpio
Yep.
rising. So I just got
Exactly.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. I'm a
Yep.
Taurus and I love Scorpios. And
Mm-hmm.
okay, all right,
Yeah.
all the good things. You know, when we talked to Brian, your husband Brian, when he was on with us a couple of weeks ago, you know, he is with you and he sees the journey alongside you as his as your partner. And we asked him, when did he know that, I mean, you guys worked together before you were married and before you were involved, but I asked him if there was a moment he could point to where he just know, like, he just knew this woman really has it, like the thing, and not just as a boxer, as an actor, as a human. You just, some people just have this inner thing that it's, you can't really describe it, it's intangible. When did you know it about yourself? Did you have a moment within yourself where you thought, wow, I'm really good at this, or for sports and for acting and all the other things that you're successful at?
That no, honestly, I've human being, I've struggled with it with like, self-esteem, self-worth, going through not thinking I was good enough for anything, anyone kind of a thing at a very young age. And it's a work in progress now. I'm glad I've taken the journey and taken the work to do my inside work, but um I I believe in other people. So when they see something in me, I'm like, all right, I don't want to let them down. They clearly see something in me I don't see. Let me believe them and let me work extra hard to make sure I don't let them down. That's kind of how I operate. So when Brian started working with me, like I said, we just married homies, honestly, because we ended up working together and we became really close and really good friends. But he took the time out to really work with me on management, what my career wanted to be, the best path, and then honestly getting me some training that now I was getting really good training back home, of course, Big Six Boxing Academy, shout out Providence, Rhode Island to my pop and my boxing family, but I needed to take a different shift to kind of get that, that next level, that one-on-one training. He took the time, opened his mind as far as like the thoughts and putting thought into me, and I thought that was really, he must see something. He did see something, so I was like, all right, I don't really believe you, but okay, because I don't trust nobody, but I knew he saw something, and he did say something to me one day that kind of hit. He was like, "Yo, you look like when you're fighting, you're punishing yourself. It don't look like you get to a certain level
Oh.
and you're winning or you're doing, and almost like you kind of back off." And subconsciously, I would, because it was almost like I was scared to be successful because I didn't want to make anybody else feel bad because they weren't. You know what I mean? That's how my mind would work. So I'm like, the way you put that in perspective for me is I've never thought it out loud like that. But the fact that you can see that without even knowing much about why I am the way I am like that is crazy to me. So you must see something. So, and he was right. I was like, get there, I'd be beating ass. And then for some reason, it was like I'd be holding back. And it wasn't because I wasn't good enough, because I'm good. I know I'm good. Now I know I'm good. But it was after I started working with him and him putting the time and effort and hooking me up with people in camps and really putting that I was like, all right, I don't see it yet, but he does. I'll eventually see it. And I do now, especially as a fighter. I'm not the undisputed greatest fighter of all time, but I'm good. I'm not bad. I've definitely knocked down some barriers and I'm pioneering women's boxing. I like to call myself the J. Cole of women's boxing. I think I said that before. Like I'm not a veteran, but don't make me get off of this chair and spit a hot 16 real quick. I'm still relevant. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things. I sit back in the background. I mind my business. I grind, but I got the respect of the boxing world. I will always have the respect of the boxing world. I've done my thing. I've done historical things. I don't need accolades. I don't need anybody to call me the best of all time. But this year I actually got inducted in 2026 Hall of Fame, which is great. I mean, I'm honored. It's about damn time.
Oh,
Just
I
saying.
know. We had Brian had a very interesting conversation with us about that.
Sure did.
I'm sure he did.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
sure he did.
Calling people out.
I know he was, and I was like, go ahead, let it rip.
Brian was cooking, and he's not wrong.
Yeah.
And I'll say nicely because I agree with him.
Mhm.
You know, you like you said, you've been good for a long time. You didn't just start boxing, but now, you have the other things going on, and now it's stuff. And he was saying to the effect that he wished folks would just keep it a buck and
Yeah.
say, you know what, your wife is popping. She's all on HBO and all these movies. We need some spotlight. We know if she comes, we're gonna get some spotlight. So, how can we make this happen? And just keep it all the way real. And you clearly are very nicely saying it. Brian don't give a fuck. He's just gonna
Feels
say
like either.
whatever.
I don't, but I know because I just know him very well, and I know he spoke not for me because I don't need anybody to speak for me, but he kind of said we had a conversation about it, and he's not wrong. So when this came up, it was kind of like all right, cool, but why now kind of a thing. Thank you, I think.
Hmm.
But also, all right, I've been fighting since 2008 professionally, right? And I've been really loud about why I fight and what I fight for. It's really not about, it's like I'll take the mic and be like, yeah, let's stop drilling through our sacred grounds, find our missing people,
Yeah.
have respect over residential school, boarding school, survivors and children that have unmarked graves. Like this is something I fight for. There was not once there was an article about why I fight and why I have MMIW on my shorts and what May 5th means and what everything that's going on. That's the part that I was kind of like taken aback by. Like, all right, yeah, I'm doing all these great things, which is amazing. However, I even have a reason why, or I have a lot of things a lot of boxes I check, a lot of representation. And even with that, I deal with a lot of not so great things with that as well. So like it was just one of those things where like we could have made this into a even bigger platform of why I fight because I was just trying to scream it as loud as I could to try to get as many eyes as I could
Hmm.
on it while still highly active in boxing. And I haven't fought since 2021. I'm not retired officially yet, but it's like, okay, why now? So it's like I would like people to keep it a buck. But and I also told him I'm like, regardless of what the reasons are, I'm honored. I feel a type of way about it. And I actually, in my response to the invitation to it, I did say those responses. So I'm pretty sure people know where I stand with it. I just have no time for confrontation. I see, you know what I'm saying? I see you, it's cool, I recognize it, and I'm just gonna make the best of it and I appreciate it. If I have the mic, now you're gonna listen. Now you want to listen to me, I have a lot to say.
Spit that
I
hot
love
16.
that.
Period.
Exactly. No, I love that. And you've been very, very honest, like you said, of the reasons why you fight. And so now, that's my own little projection too, because I feel the same way about certain things. I have to let things go and, be the same way about what we all contribute to the sport and what types of things are rewarded and what types of things are not. So yes, kudos to you, well deserved. You should have been inducted, been pioneering. But with that, going back to now what you're saying about you're not retired, and Brian has mentioned the same thing. And he, you mentioning that he would say you were fighting like you were punishing yourself and backing off. Now, if you go back into the ring now with another level of confidence, not new, but another level and depth to your confidence, are you ready to make that jump back into the ring now that you have like a new perception and new fighting smarter perception instead of harder, since you are more inner tuned in to yourself and what you're capable of?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the last fight, like I told you guys last time, it wasn't my greatest performance. I got the win. It was a great fight. I got, but health wise, I was like, ugh, I was not doing that great. And I was very quiet. I didn't even tell Brian about it. I just was like, yeah, no, I'm on weight. I don't know why I'm on weight, but I'm on weight kind of a thing. So I believe having that time off, at least with me, health wise, number first and foremost, is so much I understand what's going on with myself. and also mentally where I am, absolutely. Yeah, I'm definitely ready. And I'm also a realist. I'm also like, yeah, I ain't been in there in 4 years. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna fuck shit up, especially with everybody coming up now. Man, listen, everybody's so damn talented. I love seeing it, but I want those fights. Like I've talked to different fighters, like, yo, when I come back, like, you want to dance? You know what I'm saying? I love that. I haven't changed that, but I'm also a realist. You know what I mean? I'm knocking out 40s though. But I think with me, with the age, especially, I don't stop training. Like I'm not boxing training right now, but I did the New York Marathon. I've done 2 half marathons. I trained for the Boston Marathon. I run all the time. I train all the time because if I don't, I would be a felon. I need to be in the gym. So I definitely think with the newfound or new level of confidence and belief in myself, especially with everything I've been through the last couple of years with getting into thrown into this industry, it's kind of been I've had to, my back's against the ropes, to either sink or swim. So I
Mhm.
think with that, absolutely, I can't wait to train and fight again. Again, I'm not trying to be in there for 5 more years. You know what I mean? Whatever fight makes sense, whatever opportunity there is. You know what I mean? I still got some more in the tank. And I keep getting asked, okay, when are you coming back? And I love hearing that because it's not like that bitch needs to hang him up. She needs to retire. I'm so glad she ain't here. But I love hearing that. And I didn't say my last fight was my last fight. And I didn't think it would be, and it wasn't. So I just have to definitely be honor myself with that. I mean, even if it is one more fight, I want to say my final thank you and farewell to boxing when I do the proper way. Because if it wasn't for boxing, I wouldn't be talking to you about no Emmy, Golden Globe, and Critics' Choice nominations because I wouldn't have been found, how I was
Yeah.
found.
Yeah. Everything happened for a reason. Everything. Because when we first interviewed you, when we were at Sticky Paws, you told us about your health issues, and now fast forward, are you all right? You're 100% that you're cleared to go?
I haven't gotten quote unquote cleared, but I feel so much like I have so much more understanding. It's not a broken foot, like, hey, we're just gonna
Yeah.
put it in the cast and you have to heal up and then you can fight again. It's like it's a hormonal issue. It's
Mm.
a lot more. So things vary, you know what I mean? As far as right now, yeah, I feel great. But as far as like really getting things that's my dog, I'm sorry.
Oh, where is this? Oh no, that's not Brian's dog, the
Yes,
Frenchie.
it
It
is.
is.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
he's obsessed with her. We wasn't she? Yeah. Remember, we're like, "Are you in Canada yet?" You're like, "No." He's like, "No,
He's
I
like,
had
I
to
have a
spend time."
temperamental dog. I couldn't watch the World Series because the dog. We're like, you just hating on the Dodgers. It's all right.
No, no, no. He is very he
Bring him up.
I will hold on. When I have an interview, we have an interview. You want to
Oh,
say
of
hi?
course.
You want to say hi? Oh,
Oh,
I love little flat-nosed dogs.
oh,
Oh my
oh
God.
my goodness.
say hi,
Oh,
baby. Say hi.
how
You're,
gorgeous.
you're late for your Zoom interview.
Look at his eyes.
What's his name?
Oh.
Quincy Bones.
Quincy Bones. How old is he?
You'll be 3 in December.
My
So you got to get
goodness.
you got to get a girl and name her Rashida. Like Quincy Jones has his daughter Rashida Jones. You got to get Quincy Bones and Rashida Bones.
Yes, I'm doing an interview. You were late. You're
Do you
late.
ever
Quincy.
bring him on the red carpet? Like Christy
Not yet.
Martin had Champ with her the whole time. I mean, that was her emotional support dog, but
I'm his emotional support human, so I would love to. This boy weighs damn near 40 pounds, man. For 30.
they're huge. Like
He's
they're just
big. Boy, yeah. Everybody in the house like got muscles.
Okay. Muscles are required to live in the Cohen residence for
He
sure.
looks like Brian. He got like a little refrigerator. He looks just
No,
like
you
him.
know what? You tend to start looking like your dog.
He looks
So
like Brian. They got the same color eyes, same ears, same old build, same walk. Yeah, man.
Big
When he
ass head.
it looks like, yeah, big old head, just be walking down the street. I'm like, whatever.
oh my God. Speaking of when if you do, let's just say let's just play fantasy land. If you do come back, I mean, I know you have been looking at watching other women. Who would you like to fight? Would you come back at welterweight or what
I
weight
would love
class?
to. Welterweight was my bread and butter. Like obviously I fought all over the board, but 160 was where I had no business being 160. But like I walk around at 165. Like right now I'm like 165, but I'm comfortable there.
Yeah.
But 54, but 47, I love 47. But the playground right now is 54, 47. 40s, eh. I wouldn't mind going to 40, but
Ain't
I
nothing there.
ain't
I,
nothing there.
respectfully,
No,
respectfully.
respectfully. No, respectfully.
Yeah.
Everybody's bouncing around 47 to 54 is popping right now, which is crazy because when I was fighting at 54, ain't nobody was there.
No one
I'm
was
like,
there.
it looks fun. It looks really fun right now. 54, 47.
Oh,
I would
there's
love.
Michaela.
I just was
I
gonna say
talk to
that.
her all the time. I'm like, I've said that to her, like, I have conversations where I love Michaela. Like,
Yeah.
she's so underrated. Like, I don't, the people are
Yeah.
starting to talk about her more now, but I've been saying Michaela Mayer. Like, I think she is a talented fighter. She's a dog. She don't give a fuck. She backs up what she says. She put in work. Like, if I either want to fight Michaela Mayer because she's that great and it would be amazing, or I want to train with her because her camps and everything. She trains like a real fighter. So like, there's a lot of really good talent right now. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't ever change. Y'all know who I was. I would never say no to nobody. I don't back down. I don't back out from no fight. I will go to a home country. I'll go to a hometown. I've been B side. I've been A side. I've been all across the board. So it's not like I would just go and cherry pick an opponent that's like 0-3 to come. Nah, man. If I'm
Yeah.
coming back, what am I coming back for? Like I want to fight. You know what I mean? So that would be great. I would, and it's not anything personal. I like looking at really good fighters and being like, I want to fight her. That's what I did with Cecilia Brækhus. When I fought her years and years and years before I fought her, I said, I want to fight her because she's that good. And I want to fight her. I want to fight her. I was watching her from the beginning of my career just because she was so successful. And I just wanted to not be her, but I wanted, all right, what is she doing to get there? You know what I mean? I don't want to be, I don't
Yeah.
like, compare. And then never meet your fucking heroes because I can't stand that bitch now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Brian
that's a
mentioned
fact.
that too.
Yep. Yeah, it's just like honestly, I know we went. I'm sure he kept you in, and I'm keep everything really respectful until I don't, and I'm a realist too. You'll see me give really good praise, and I'll do like a whole thing and then when I'm not, I'm not. And that's
Yeah.
one person that I try to be respectful to, and then she tried to throw me under the bus and lie on my name. Don't lie on my name because I got receipts. I'm a Virgo, boo.
Oh.
Mhm,
So you know what I
mhm.
mean. I've told her like when there was a time, what, like a year and a half ago when she was coming back and I was like, yo, I'll fight you for free. I'll give you it's good 10 rounds right now. We got unfinished business. And she was just, popping off and she ducked this, ducked that, whatever. She got her own plans. She got her own, she retired. Kudos to her. But that's one person that I personally don't care for because of her trying to dog my name and try to tell boxing fans that I was the one who was lying. And I was like, yo, you and your promoter could get these hands. So
I remember that now. I feel
Wow.
like when we did around the first interview that was going around, and I remember Tom jumped in the thing and was posted. It was like really a whole thing. Folks, go back and watch our old episodes. But yeah, it really
Hmm.
was like a whole thing. And I mean, y'all don't have to like each other. I feel you. Just
Yeah.
making.
yeah, no, it was, what's funny? He was the cherry on the top that made me not like her more because he put a battery in her back because we were friendly talking on X. Like, hey, she posted something about our fight. Like, hey, we did that. And I'm like, yeah, we did. Let's do it again. She's like, oh, let's make it happen. Just kind of the same way the first fight happened because we actually made that happen under the scenes and then it kind of got into fruition. But then he jumped in and was like disrespectful as hell, and I kind of had like beef with him. And then she chimed in, and I'm like, "Yo, we were fine." Like I was like, "All right, cool. We didn't have to rematch, whatever. Cool." I give everybody their respect. If you didn't disrespect me, I'm not gonna go that extra mile. But now I'm like, there was no need, and you lied on my name, and then you were trying to be cute like your promoter was. Nah, don't do that because I do shit in real life. Like Brian does, he'll see you, and if he says he's gonna slap shit out you, he will. I don't play with that. Like, don't play on my name. Don't try to come at me. Don't use your little keyboard gangster stuff because I don't do that. Like, I try to keep things respectful, but when you don't do that because I'm like, yo, if I see you, I calm down now. I was like, yo, if I see you, I'm smacking the shit out of you. I won't now. I'll keep these hands in my pockets. But like, she's retired now, so ain't nothing that we could do about it. But like that whole thing that she went about, she tried to put on this whole persona that she's this and she's that, but like she tried to come on her neck with me. I'm like, no, no, no. This is not Norway, sweetheart. This is not Twitter. This is real life. And if I see you in real life, then it's going to be a problem. But now, listen, good riddance. Have a good retirement. Do all the things that you want to do. Just don't get in my path.
Yeah. All right. I need to come stay at the Cohen residence and
I
get
know,
my
right?
get my gangster up because y'all
Right?
not playing over there.
Right?
You do,
Both you
I
and
just
Brian.
You just keep it real. Like I'd be trying to just mind my business and just be quiet. Don't poke the bear because I'm nice and smiley. The dimples are great and everything, but I don't play. Like I just don't. It's not play over here.
Mhm. Before we wrap it up with you to kind of teeter-totter back into acting. Before we jumped on with you, I just got a press release for your movie with Chris Pratt, Mercy. And when Brian was, he's like, "Oh, it's so good! It's so good! It's so good!" And in the branding things they sent out, they were like, "This is a real breakout performance for you." I'm like, "You were great in with Jodie Foster in that series for HBO, but this is the breakout. What can you tell us about it right now?"
Mercy. It was first of all, shooting it was really interesting. It was really different. It wasn't your typical like one camera setup. We had drones, we had cell phones, we were in a sound stage where there was a 360 digital like screen to create things. I'm riding a flying vehicle. It's it's very relevant to now. I would say it's kind of like a mix between Minority Report and like Speed. Because it's really interesting. The director, Timur Makhmabatov, he does things where in real time. So as an audience member, because I'm a movie watcher as well as a movie performer, like he draws you in by, I don't know if you've seen Missing or Searching, those two movies, but he has these different
Maybe.
screens where he kind of gets the audience involved, where you see what they're typing, you see a security camera.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's very interesting. So he has basically, Chris Pratt plays this character where he is accused of a crime and he has a certain amount of time to prove his innocence. And I play his partner, and it's very it has to do with a lot of fast acting technology, and it's in the very near future. So it's really has you on the edge of your seat. Brian falls asleep at any movie and he stayed up the whole time, so that's to tell me that it was good. But it's really sci-fi-ish, but it's on the edge of your seat, definitely, for sure. So check it out, pay attention. It has twists and turns, and once you think you have the answer, I'm sure you won't. So
Is that the one with the AI judge?
yes. So Rebecca Ferguson
Yes.
plays the AI judge. So
Oh,
that's what I mean.
yes.
It's very relevant now because everything that deals with AI, but it's the way he orchestrated this whole story, is just very interesting. And it's no by no means any answer or any kind of, AI is good or bad kind of a thing. It's just meant for entertainment and first and foremost, but it's a cool take on if an AI had a position of being a judge, basically.
Wow.
That's so
That's so
close.
good.
That's like here right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, real fast before we jump off, can I just ask you a couple questions? Since boxing's boxing, but we love your whole role as an actress, actor, whichever. Okay, these are just rapid fire questions. Don't think, just answer. What movies do you watch for inspiration before a role?
Depends on what it is.
Okay, for
So
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil, I just played the game.
Okay.
For Mercy,
Yeah, Mercy, excuse me.
did I watch? I watched Heat. For sure. Heat is a big one. Heat is a big. I watched that for True Detective too, so I just gotta stick with like Heat, old school 90s-ish movies, but Heat was one of them I watched again.
Which actor or actress inspires you?
I gotta go with Viola Davis, man. She's from Rhode Island. I gotta go with Viola.
Oh,
Oh,
I
she
didn't
is.
know
I didn't
that.
know that.
I didn't know
Okay.
that either. That's awesome.
All-time favorite movie.
But nostalgic, I go for Leonardo DiCaprio's Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, it's so
That's an
good.
inspiring one. But I do like Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm a Tim Burton, Edward Scissorhands person. So
Favorite movie line ever.
it's from Heat. What am I, an owl? When he keeps asking him who, and he goes, what are you, an owl? I say that all the time. I quote movies all the time, but I will say it back to Heat.
My son says that too.
Yeah.
Movie that completely shocked you by the ending that you weren't expecting.
I just watched Weapons, so I gotta shout out Weapons. That was great. I love the ending.
If
I
you were
gotta
to
watch.
co-star with anyone in Hollywood, who would it be?
Actually, Keanu Reeves is pretty badass. So I
Oh,
go
that's awesome.
Keanu Reeves.
Everyone loves Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Everyone loves him. Just seems so down to earth.
The cadence in his voice never changes in any movie, but he's so badass.
There's another movie cool. I say it. Nobody's ever seen this movie, but it's forgot what it's called. But it's a weird movie. But in the movie, he yells at these two girls that kind of have him hostage. He's like, "It was free pizza." If you see the movie, you would understand what it's free pizza means. So
When I think of him, I think of Point Break, where
Yeah.
he's I am an FBI agent. And I'm like, you are Keanu. You are.
You are. I
He,
love
me,
those scenes.
we share
Yeah.
the same birthday. We're September 2, baby. So we're all Virgos.
Yes, he's another
Yes.
Virgo. That's probably
Okay,
why.
what's your guilty pleasure film?
Fern Gully.
Oh, that's so
Oh,
cute.
Fern
it
Gully.
is.
Oh my gosh, that's so
I
cute.
know. I know. I know. It's not the Notebook or anything. It's Fern Gully.
Badass female character in a movie that you love.
I got to go back to Rain from Resident Evil 1, Michelle Rodriguez. I've always wanted anything that she plays. She's such a badass.
Film that made you cry the most.
The most. Oh God, I'm a big crier. What? Jesus Christ. What did I just do?
Really? You are.
Like I'm so like I get attached.
Sensitive bug.
I would say Killers of the Flower Moon was pretty intense. It's
Yeah.
really long, but it was pretty intense. Yeah, there's a lot of views on that movie, but it definitely, anything that has to do with real life, and that's real life. So absolutely.
Mhm.
That was a tough one. There's a lot. I've watched a couple of shows and movies. I feel really connected to emotions, and that's probably what makes me kind of good at my job now is because I can like relive things immediately. I can pull from real stuff, so I'm a big crier.
Oh.
All I just heard from this last segment is that you're going to be working with Leonardo DiCaprio
Mhm.
because Romeo and Juliet, Killers of the Flower Moon,
I mean,
Leo.
Look
Hello.
at Tiana Taylor. She just
love-
and now she's possibly an Oscar nominee. I haven't seen that movie. Whatever. It's the longest title I've ever read, but I heard it's really good.
one thing after another. I haven't watched it yet. Teyana Taylor would be somebody, even like directorial artist wise.
Incredible.
She's an incredible just artist. There's like I said, I have a list of people that I would love to work with. She's definitely one of them for sure. Katie O'Brien, she's a friend of mine. She has a movie Running Man coming out. There's so many different people that I would definitely love to work with her though, because she's I feel like we could do like a comedy or something. So that's on my bucket list to
I
do a
could
comedy.
see you doing that kind of like what is that one with Eddie Murphy, the Beverly Hills Cops? Like you
Yes,
just I could totally see you doing that.
yes,
Mhm.
absolutely.
See, I got to dig into all my movies because it's
I know.
FYC season and I got all these movies in my email because I'm a critic. And I'm like, oh, I need this. I'm going to start with the Tiana movie. I just got the screener link to watch that. I need to watch. Maybe I'll watch it today.
Yeah, maybe I will too. Finally, I have some time to sit down and watch the movie. Maybe I'll do that.
Before we wrap up on our show, since Chrissy came out with her movie and Clarissa has her own movie, would you ever come out with your own movie about your own story?
I mean, I would love to. I don't really ever look at myself like, oh, somebody's gonna want to hear my story, which I have to be reminded because I do, speaking engagement, people want to hear my story. I have a really interesting story. I wouldn't mind. I'm in the process of having to get ideas around a book first, though. I want
Okay.
to write a book first. I'm into reading a lot more now, so I would definitely like to do a book, but I wouldn't mind doing a movie about me. But I feel like there's quite a few boxing movies. Maybe it would just be about the life of Kali Reis.
Who would play you and Brian?
I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. Oh my God. Vin Diesel and Michelle Rodriguez.
There you go.
That's actually a great idea.
It
That's
is a
really a
really
great
good
idea.
idea.
There you go. That would work. Put some glasses on them. There you go. Couple tattoos. Be okay. They might
Man,
be great, so they'll be all right.
I just need to get a prediction for the fight, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. It is a legit fight. A legit fight with 10-ounce gloves.
10-ounce gloves, legit. Like they're gonna count it.
That's what they said.
they're saying it.
Yeah,
Okay. I mean,
This is a safe space.
it is. We would ask Brian, but the fight wasn't made yet. It was supposed to be
Right.
it was supposed to be Floyd Mayweather and Manny, but
I
yeah.
know, I saw that too. So here's the thing about Jake Paul. I don't hate on Jake Paul. I think I said that before. Like he's
Yeah.
actually trained. He's done.
Yeah.
He's very smart. He's a smart businessman. He's from jump. He's always had real fighters and real fights on his cards. He's gotten better for him. AJ is he never know what AJ is gonna show up, which is strange. Like
Mhm.
mentally, he's chiseled like a Greek god, but like mentally, you never know what Anthony Joshua is gonna show up. Is it if Anthony Joshua takes Jake Paul lightly and thinks it's gonna be like, some bullshit. You seen what happened to Apollo Creed in the first Rocky? I mean, shit. I mean, so AJ's a real fighter. He's a big dude. He's an athlete. I don't think Jake Paul has anything for him as far as like that aspect. Jake Paul really fight. He really trains, so AJ just better not take him lightly, and then he should have some smooth sailing because Jake Paul's, he's got bigger, he got better for him. So, but I
Mhm.
mean, he's a big monster of a heavyweight athlete. So, just
For
don't
sure.
take him lightly and get hit with something stupid because we've seen AJ's chin. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, they did what they had to do. I wanted to see Tank, but there we have that. So I don't
Yeah.
know. Prediction
That's
is I'm gonna just watch it like everybody else, and I ain't even predict shit. I'm just gonna go watch watch it. Go watch.
all right, Kali Reis. We appreciate your time. I know you're a busy, busy, busy actress, advocator, promoter, actress, executive producer, like all of the dog
Dog
mom.
mom.
Oh, I'm serious. Twin brain. You see this? All right. We can't. When does your movie Mercy come out?
So my movie Mercy comes out January 23rd, and actually my other movie Rebuilding just dropped today in more theaters. Yeah, it came out in select theaters last week, and it's called Rebuilding, and it'll be in more theaters today. So check it out.
Ooh.
What's the one movie that you did with Sean Penn?
Asphalt City that's streaming on Hulu, Prime. Catch the Fair One's still on Hulu, so everything I've done is pretty much still out. So I got some things going on.
Okay.
Watch
All
them
right.
all.
I know. Well, Kali Reis, we can't wait to see you on the silver screen once again and in our homes on Hulu and Netflix and YouTube and everything else and Prime and all the apps that we have to pay for. But best of luck to you. Can't wait to see you in Resident Evil kicking some ass.
Yes,
Kicking
all right.
some
Thank
ass.
you. And always a
Any
pleasure.
thank you. Any final words, Chandra?
It's just an honor. Continue doing what you're doing, putting on for women, for boxing, for the Native community,
Yeah.
for all of these important parts of our society that need highlighting. You are a wonderful example, and you're very much appreciated and needed.
Well, thank you. Obrigada and Tabutni. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, guys, make sure you guys check out Kali Reis. Look at her IMDb. You'll see all of her stuff that she's up to. And then watch her old fights.
And don't
She
watch her
fights.
pockets.
Yeah, don't watch her buckets.
Right,
And
yeah.
you never know. You might catch her if she's ever gaming. Do you game like live to other people? Where you, oh, well, there you go. You could be playing Kaylee and you don't even know it.
Call of Duty Black Ops 7 just dropped. Let's go.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Best Women's Boxing Show, period. I'm Cynthia Conte.
And I'm Giandra LaBeouf.
Thanks for tuning in. Bye.